G'day and welcome to the Pillars of Ranternity. So the aim of the game today is to get all the way up here and deal with Radric, because he's a cheerful fella. Been oppressing the region, and yeah, I don't like him. So let's just quickly check something. We've just spent a bunch of time traveling, so our building is nearly done. We're gonna probably start feeling sleepy soon, which we should probably do something about. And here is Estonwood. We haven't actually been in this area before, so this is what we're gonna look at first. I think this may even have the gravestones in it, the graveyard, which, if that's the case, that's what I want to look at first. Yeah, it is looking like it. I remember it was close to the first town. But, there's gonna be a bit of a rant up here, I'm afraid. Alright, yep, here we are. Okay, so we got ourselves our first Skeleman. Human skeleton.
Just say the word.
I changed what you were carrying for a good reason.
Not even slowing it down.
Just say the word.
There we go.
I'm on it. I'll go on ahead.
Yeah, okay. I like that different races do in fact have different skeletons, because, you know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just say the word.
Okay. So
Nothing will slip past me.
let's just finish off these. Oh, we've got a fine arbalest. 25 to 37. So, let's see. Now, I must have still ended up in cash. This does 26 to 39. So it's still better, and it's got the DR bypass. But the other one is more accurate. So, it's actually an interesting dilemma.
Wonder what this is.
So let's just first grab the rest of this stuff. Spell Ward Amulet, that's not bad. We'll take that in inventory, rather. Okay. And everything else. Fine dagger, yeah. Whatever. Okay, yep. So, this is actually pretty common with Kickstarter rewards, and it's kind of one of the dangers. So the Pillars of Eternity Kickstarter at certain tiers gave you a gravestone, because there's a tradition in these games to have gravestones that are kind of references, or that kind of or jokes, references to current pop culture, or jokes, or staff members, that kind of thing. And so that's a pretty cool thing to open up to fans. And then your Kickstarter gets way bigger than you ever anticipated. And instead of having, you know, maybe 100 at most of these, you have thousands of names to fit in somewhere. So where you normally have each of these gravestones in like Baldur's Gate or that kind of thing, you'd interact with and you would have something. You instead have this. And it's a bit of work to put in. Unfortunately, the way it was put in Pillars of Eternity really sucks, because they didn't actually try, as far as I can tell, they basically put a swear filter through, and then they didn't really do any sort of manual placement of people. They went grave point, grave point, grave point. This is not the only area in the game that will have these. So memorial point, memorial point, memorial point. Then literally just here is a table and go numerically through. They've got no control over it. They literally had an instance where a particularly bad memorial made it through the lax standards that they applied, and they needed to change it. So when they changed it, everyone got shuffled. Not much, but just a little bit. And that just tells me that there is literally no attempt. There was never any plan to do any sort of curation. And to qualify for this, you were spending somewhere in the order of $300 to $500, I think, of the tiers where you started getting this. So each of these people represents not a small amount of money. And some of these are kind of clever, and some of them are really completely nonsensical, right? This talks about tech help. There's no way in which that fits with the setting. Okay, fine. You could kind of have someone have gone through and classify them. So you've got that, and you've got people that have attempted to create ones that create memorials that fit with the world and would fit with particular parts of the world. But there's been no attempt to do that, and you've just got this mix of genuine and comedy and everything, and genuine and comedy, and even in some places advertisements, and there's just been no attempt to try and make any sort of cohesive part, and that really sucks, because, and we'll cover this much later in the series, I was one of these people. I actually did include a memorial, and it was quite a meaningful memorial for me. And everything about this game, basically everything about the approaches taken with this game, says backer content is worthless. Not only is it worthless, it only takes away from the rest of the game, and you shouldn't bother reading it. There's no point in investigating it. It doesn't add to the world, it doesn't add to the setting. It's just a way for us to have gotten money. And, there are a lot of people that are quite comfortable with that. But I would never back an Obsidian Kickstarter at that kind of level again. Because, for me, I know that they don't care about what they've done with that funding. Right? They don't care about what it meant for me. They just cared about getting more of my money to make the game. And I simply didn't get any value from it. And it really does bother me that this is the kind of thing that happens, and no one cares. So, with that out of the way, I guess let's continue playing.
Let's see what lies this way.
I mean, one advantage of doing a Let's Play is I can highlight my own memorial. And if you watch that long, because it won't be for a while, it's in Cadenua, then we'll understand why it was important to me, and why I thought it might be worth the money to do that. But, as I said, it will be some time from now. Instead, let's explore this map and then move on to deal with Radric. Ah, hello, Wicht. Let's pop you.
Just say the word.
Okay.
I'll go on ahead.
How
So
may I
they're
help?
literally carrying nothing. It's fine. Grab this.
I shall.
Just say the word.
I think this is a pretty small map. It's really meant to introduce the graveyard. And I think that's the only time that anyone's ever going to bother with those memorials. Much like, for most players, Deerwood is Gilded Whale, is the only time anyone's going to bother with backer NPCs. You just very quickly tire of them because there's no interaction and there's nothing you can do with it. And it'll be interesting seeing people play Tyranny, because Tyranny won't have that. It wasn't crowdfunded. It doesn't have those incentives in place. Oh. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, now. Sneak again. And shoot the spiderling. I still love that.
Nothing will slip past me.
The utility of that as an approach is going to rapidly diminish, because while I'll get more powerful weapons, I'm willing to bet that the hit points of enemies will outscale that significantly. So why would we spend that time? Oh, okay.
Leave it to me.
Interesting. Like, I hadn't actually reloaded since the last one. Oops.
Nothing will slip past me.
Okay.
Aye?
Hello. It's a stag.
Just say the word. That's how it's done.
And let's back away from the stag. Hehe. There was a reason for it. It got me experience and
just say the word.
Closer to that next level.
Aye?
Let's see what lies this way.
So, you know.
Just say the word.
Hey. Okay. Next.
Just say the
let's
word.
Keep going. And let's grab this thing. Okay. Now let's just push our way through. Okay, I don't think there's anything left on that part. So yeah, we're done with this map. Excellent. Now let's head to Radric. Radric's Hold. 6 hours. So we're nearly there. I think we had 9 hours left on the Stronghold. So let's double check that. Nothing new to report. Nothing new to report. Construction. 47 minutes on the keep. So that'll come about fairly soon.
I'll see what I can find.
So we got
Mind
ourselves.
having a word with our esteemed lord while we're here. Got some suggestions for him.
I mean, we're kind of meant to be dealing with your esteemed lord while we're here. So this is actually a pretty cool piece of quest design. There are several approaches that can be taken to get in. We can go in, I think along here there's one way. We can go for a straight frontal assault. There we go. So we can actually do something with this. Examine the wall. The castle's bell tower rises above the wall, over the walls before you. Thick vines have grown over the outer wall, weaving over and between the stones. Vines span nearly the full height of the wall, curling over the parapets. Examine. The overgrown vines look fairly sturdy, though it's unclear whether it would bear a person's weight. Far above you, you notice that a section of the parapet has fallen away, presenting a gap in the defenses. So that's one way we can go through. So then the other way we can go through, well, there's two other ways. We were told about one of them before. We can just fight our way through. There are guards. We can just kill all the guards. I mean, sure, they're doing their job. The guard fixes a glower on you. You have no business here. Lord Radric's not permitting any visitors, merchants, or traveling entertainers. Best turn right around. I'm here to see Lord Radric. Step aside. This Guard snorts. You hard of hearing? Got one more chance to turn around. Guards in sight won't be half so gentle. Okay, so we can even stat check some of this. So, what? I'm gonna load the autosave here. I could have sworn I pressed leave. But for some reason it's now fight. And I don't want to fight the guards. As I said, like, they're just doing their job. That's not what I want. It'd be interesting when I edit to try and see what was actually happening.
I doubt we'll be welcome inside.
And a new line about the same thing. Okay, now grab the same reeds, head over here. I think I got XP for investigating this, which is why I'm doing that again. Examine the wall, leave. Nah, okay, fair enough. Sneaking up to the guards does nothing, so it's kind of funny how the game will do that. I'll be leaving then, goodbye. Like, sometimes the game will just will ignore sneaking. I guess it's just how they build the triggers. And sometimes the game will allow you to sneak. I mean, it's fairly ridiculous to think you could sneak in between those guards. Especially with some of my characters' sneaking abilities. Okay, so grab this, but the key part that we were looking for is over here. Hey, there we go. So we got ourselves set into the base of the keep's outer wall. A sewer grate spills murky, foul-smelling wastewater into the keep's surrounding moat. Slick, mossy stones form a precarious bridge across the murky water. Ahead, the iron bars of the sewer grate block passage. The bars are coated in rust and several appear bent or sit at strange angles. They may have been weakened enough that you could bend them given the means. So I'll use a pry bar to bend them. A constant rush of foul water against the grate makes maneuvering difficult. We manage to place the pry bar between two of the more heavily rusted bars and give it a heavy push. Give a lost item, pry bar. With a groan, one of the iron bars begins to give. You heave and at last the bar snaps free of its base with a crunch. Further, beyond the broken gate, a dark passage leads further into the keep, murky water flowing through it in a continuous stream. So swim through, take a deep breath to forestall the acrid stench around you, and slip forward into the flooded tunnel. The walls soon fade from view as you plunge into the foreboding darkness. As you swim on, light begins to filter through the murky water ahead of you. You press on, seeking out the source until you find yourself standing beneath the circular gap in the tunnel, and a way out. Okay, so we made it through. Okay, so we're in the sewers now.
And what does the
Time to turn off fast mode. And sewers of Radrick's Hold. Ah, that's right. We can't just climb up the edge. We've got to actually get out of the filthy water. But yeah, there's a reason for going through the sewers. One, I've done it before, and it was an interesting way to enter. And I like Pillar's approach of, okay, this is something that would be difficult to animate, difficult for us to actually, you know, do, but instead we can replace it with some interesting text descriptions, and it is using skill checks. So if one of our characters had not, a Psalm to Wodica, if one of our characters had in fact been missing the athletic skill, or had a very low level rather, they would have been exhausted by that approach. And I think it could be completely failed. Okay, main keep got constructed. So now let's build. Do we want to build a barbican? Yeah, we want to increase security. But is the barbican the best way to do that, or can we build something cooler? So that requires the barbican. Barracks allows us to employ hirelings. That's actually pretty key. So do we want that or the dungeon? Because the dungeon will open up some opportunities. How much cash do we have? not enough to do too many different things, although we're likely to loot some between now and then. Let's just go with the dungeon first. And then the barracks. Yeah. Dungeons, then barracks. Pity I can't queue things up. But it's also kind of funny that the cache I just looted counts towards all of that.
Got something over
So the
here.
other thing is this place is full of traps, which means it's basically, you know, everything about this says, hey, you did the right thing coming down here. Full of traps, and then here's a revenant. We can probably read a bit more about what the hell those are. But let's put down this dart trap. And
Just say the
then
Word.
let's pop him.
That's how it's done.
You coming? Okay, and you?
How may I help?
That's it!
It's coming in from behind, isn't it?
Can do. That'll do it.
Whoops, well. Okay. You go, Skeleman.
Just say the word.
Not even slowing it
Okay, so not even slowing it down indicates a failure to do damage. It would also be pausing it on me.
How may I
We're enough of that. Now let's actually move up, now I think about it, and use that. There we go.
Just say the word. That turret.
And you can try and cripple it. I don't think it'll do anything, but hey,
Just say the word.
there we go.
white.
That was better. Okay. I think that was a reasonably successful fight. So as you can see, there's another memorial section. They are just liberally scattered throughout the game. Okay. So the question is, I seem to recall things being on the north side, but you know what? Let's just push through. It's not like dealing with the bus down here will mess anything up. So let's go.
Yes?
Yeah.
Because there is kind of a minibus around here. See? Ghouls. Happy people. And this. Earn and cash and anything else. Yeah, just memorials. And see, one of the annoying things is, like, they could have added people in that were not related to something, like, that were related to the actual game, and like they could have sprinkled that in, but instead we got this kind of thing. Okay, I mean, this is someone with their game group. Or we've got this kind of thing where, you know, I guess this is intended to be for someone's parents. I wonder if they passed. And this, what? There are some where clearly it was someone had no idea what to write and they just wrote junk.
I?
I
Just
remember
say the
seeing
word.
one that's just like not written in English and the font set doesn't support it very well. And these are all things that you could check. Whoop. Idiot. Whoops, no, you're Eloth. Idiot is here. And
Yes? Lesson! Let's end this.
But hey, the frag is going on here. Ah. Hello.
Yes.
Thank you. And you don't have enough for any spells yet, do you? So we're actually hitting a point where we're going to need to get some things. Let's see. Let's do this one.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, great. Increasing our DR.
Just say the word.
Okay,
Following your lead.
fantastic. You knock him over. I knock him over again. And everyone kill this guy.
Leave it to me.
Keeping an eye out.
Alright, so we got a bunch of this stuff, which I think is all crafting ingredients, really. And in we go.
Wonder what this is.
Mine. And ooh, nice. You're our frontliner, so you will probably benefit most from that. Actually, this is the other thing. Defense against spells. I think I would rather this. Kana. You've also got that. Do we have anyone that we really need defended against spells at the moment? Alright. If anyone actually has like some serious recommendations regarding these kinds of things, I would welcome them. But as things stand, I don't have... Wait, do you have DR12 and this is DR7, but also has a bunch of other things because it is special armor. So I think I might leave that for the moment, and we'll just then put this in. It's kind of interesting seeing the 29 to 43. Interesting kind of seeing what I should and shouldn't use. So that is the arbalest that I was thinking about, which means I can return Kana's gun to him and put this away. Fantastic. Let's collect some more, collect our traps again, and this fine crossbow can go away. I'm glad that we don't have to deal with arrows, unless I assume maybe we have to deal with special arrows. But that, like, that just adds a bunch of junk I don't want to deal with. I may retrain at some point specifically to get rid of two-weapon fighting because I'm not using it right now. Because something that increases my range would probably be better. Okay, cool. So that was this room. It doesn't actually have anything cool in it beyond, you know, traps and magic items, which is not nothing. Not nothing. Down we go. One more fight, I think, and then we will continue this dungeon next time. That is black ooze. So, I realize that it can't actually be wounded this way, but I can pull it in.
Not a problem. Yeah.
Hey, leave it to me!
Nope, can't do that. That's annoying.
This fight is mine.
Okay, 43 damage is nothing to sneeze at, but that was the wrong person to have in the doorway. We're definitely getting to the point where we're going to need to rest. In any case, that's all for today. next time round, we will continue fighting our way through this dungeon. Until then, have a great day. Bye.